Good afternoon. My name is Alena Shautsova. I'm an immigration attorney from Brooklyn, New York. In today's video, I would like to talk to you about the new rule that everybody is afraid of, the public charge rule that the United States Supreme Court stated will go into effect on February 24th, 2020. So everybody is worried. I received many inquiries, people asking me whether they will be affected by this new rule. So I read the USCIS instructions about how they're going to be implementing it. And I would like to, in this video, talk about those who will not be affected by this rule. Well, first of all, the instructions posted on USCIS website state that the public benefits and application for them and approval of them that were received, submitted, used prior to February 24th, 2020 will not be considered. Okay? So only the benefits that will be used, applied for, and so on after February 24th, 2020. Also, USCIS is prohibited from considering that those applications, receipt of the benefits and approval, if you submit your forms prior to February 24th, 2020. Okay, so February 24th, 2020 is a very important date. If you have any doubt that the benefits that you received may be affecting you and things like that, submit your application if you can prior to February 24th, 2020. All right, so that's the first tip. So regardless of when you're submitting your application, who is not going to be affected? First of all, green card holders. I received many questions from people who already have green cards. They're worried. They say, will I be affected? Most likely not. Why most likely? Well, you can be affected, let's think logically, only if you're going to be, let's say, applying for naturalization. And the instructions specifically state that naturalization proceedings are exempt from this public charge review. So for naturalization proceedings, according to their own instructions, you will not be affected. There is a provision in United States immigration laws about public charge deportability ground. But the way it's written right now, you should not be affected, most likely. Okay? That provision is a very old law. I don't even know when it was used last time. And this new law that we're talking about is not that. It's not applied to people who already have green cards. It's applied only to people who are looking to get green cards, who are looking to be admitted. And in certain situations, those who are applying for change of status, exchange of status. All right. So if you have a green card, it should not be affecting you in any way, this new rule. Okay. Not for naturalization. You should be able to keep your green card. Second, if your relative receives public benefits, it should not be affecting you. Children under 21, for example, or children, somebody in your family, U.S. citizens who are applying for public benefits, they're entitled to them, that should not be affecting you. And actually the instructions and the rules state that. For example, husband and wife is applying for adjustment of status, husband was receiving public benefits, not affecting the wife who's applying for the green card. At least that's what the rule states. People who have pending asylum applications, I know that many receive health insurance, Medicaid, right? If you are continuing with your asylum, and that's how you're going to be receiving your status, this rule does not apply to you because it does not apply to people who are beneficiaries or applicants for humanitarian relief, like asylum, refugees, U visa, T visa, VAWA applicants. All right, there is a specific provision in law saying that public charge grounds of inadmissibility will not apply to these types of cases. But what you need to keep in mind is this. Many asylum applicants may change their mind and file for adjustment of status based on marriage, for example, to United States citizens. Then the public charge rule of inadmissibility will be applied to you guys. So if you have any plans at all, if you're dating somebody at all, right, you need to keep that in mind, that for asylum, public charge does not matter. But it will matter if you change your mind and will be applying for green card based on a different ground. Okay, so those are the most common situations, I think, when people asking me what if they will be affected by this new rule, and they will not be affected by this new rule. So naturalization proceedings not affected, green card holders should not be affected, people who have pending asylum, VAWA, U visa, T visa, not affected. Families where not the beneficiary, not the non-immigrant, not the immigrant, but the U.S. citizens, children or spouses, parents using public benefits, not be affected. And again, the deadline, February 24th, 2020. Okay, that's very important. That's what they published on their website. And of course, I suspect that we're going to receive more information as to how exactly and what exactly they're going to be looking for when they will be adjudicating the forms, because I can imagine that at the beginning it will be kind of like, as always, all over the place, and then we will see how it's going to work out. And as I stated before in my videos, I think that the biggest problem may be the Medicaid, the free health insurance that people receive sometimes. Okay, because I'm not really sure what other benefits, maybe food stamps, but honestly do not know any immigrants who do not have status who would qualify for them, but maybe just me and I do not know. So health insurance is the biggest maybe issue here. And as I stated before, from questions and answers with New York USCIS office, they stated that essential plan will not be considered as that public benefit that will cause you to be found likely to be a public charge. Okay, so I think we will have more clarifications as the rule is going to be applied, and we will see what's going to happen. In general, this public charge is about, as they stated, self-sufficiency. They would like to see that the person who is trying to become a green card holder will be self-sufficient in the United States and will not be relying on outside help, I guess. So that's what I wanted to talk about in this video, and of course I'm going to make more videos as we have more information about how this whole situation is going to be considered, what specifics the government is going to be looking for, and I'm sure we're going to start receiving various RFEs about the public benefits in the future when they finally start implementing it. So I'm going to be posting more videos about that, and you can read more about this rule on in its implementation on my website www.shautsova.com. Thank you.